There's many movies that we personally enjoyed, and sometimes over a certain period of time we keep on watching them over and over again. So in today's leadership traits in comparison to movie titles, I want to talk to you about the movie The Titanic. And for me personally, that wasn't really a movie. I kept on going back and watching. I think I only watched it once, and that's it. And you know what? I wanted to share with you guys a powerful or very interesting and very maybe surprising leadership principle to exemplify who are these type of Titanic leaders. Because the reason why I call this leadership traits in comparison to movie titles is I try to take a specific trait from this movie and apply it into a person's life as a leader, as an individual. So who are these type of leaders or individuals who portray this characteristic trait as the Titanic? And you might find this surprising, and please don't judge me. I understand it's a romantic movie, but I'm gonna show you something that's not quite romantic. These type of individuals and leaders, they think they're big, they're strong, they're indestructible, and they're unsinkable until the first problem or issue arises in their personal life or an organization, and that issue looks like an iceberg. And the thing is this, that these people, because of their pride, their arrogance, their ignorance, their pridefulness, like, hey man, I've done this before, who do you think you are? I'm the owner at this company, I'm in charge here. We've all seen those type of individuals who are just prideful, cocky, and arrogant, and you name it. And the problem is when these people are just so self-centered, in the book of wisdom, it says this, that pride goes before a fall. And the problem is this, that these type of leaders or individuals who have the mindset of the Titanic and they think they're unsinkable, undestroyable, the problem is when they do hit that first iceberg, that problem, that situation, that opposition, whatever it may be, next you notice their whole organization, like in the movie, it's the ship begins to sink, but in their case, their organization, maybe their church, their family, their marriage, whatever it may be, the friendships, relationship, they begin to sink and fall apart, and they're like, oh my goodness, what happened? Because on the surface it might have seemed like, small and innocent, like statistically speaking, the iceberg is only visible about 10% above the water, but about 90% or so it's below the surface. And you know what, my challenge to you, my friend, is this: do not have the characteristic trait of the Titanic, thinking that you're too big to be sunk, or you're too big not to fall apart, or to get hindered, or to totally just fall apart to pieces. Because we've seen way too many people who thought that they knew it all, who thought they, hey, I can be above this because I got the status, I got the reputation, I got the money, well, I got the connections, only to find out that these people fell apart, their marriages fell apart, their business fell apart. Some of these individuals ended up committing crimes, went into prison for the rest of their life. I mean, the list just goes on and on. So I guess the valuable lesson, again, that we can learn from the movie Titanic is, let us not have that leadership characteristic trait that is just so big and prideful and arrogant that not only when we will hit our first obstacle and we will destroy ourselves, but those who are around us in our organization, in our sphere of influence, on our team, they're going to totally destroy everybody else. It's like an athlete thinking, I could care less about anybody else, I'm just going to do my own thing. But when you play in a team as an athlete, you don't play as an individual, you play as a team. You win as a team and you lose as a team. And I'm sure you've seen many different championship games or big games where this one individual, one athlete, just thought they were prideful and cocky, they dropped the ball or did something else foolish, and you're like, why did you do that? You should have done this and this. And obviously all the fans were all angry and upset. So hopefully this was a valuable lesson. Let us not be a Titanic leader. I understand it's a romantic movie, but forgive me, don't strike me down for this. But I just wanted to use this powerful example to let you know that do not be that Titanic leader, okay? But actually in this case, be a lifeboat type of a leader, where even when things do fall and crashing apart, hopefully you have the right heart and mindset to be out there to at least protect and preserve whatever's kind of falling apart. So hopefully this was valuable to you. Why don't you leave some of your comments, and hopefully it's not going to be hateful comments. I can't believe, Stan, you talked about my favorite movie Titanic such a negative way. No, that was the whole purpose. But why don't you leave some of your comments below and let me know what are some of the valuable life lessons or leadership lessons and takeaway you learned from this movie. All right, my friend, thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed your popcorn, and until next time.